House cleaning and tidiness tips. First, start the day by making the bed. A small habit with a big impact instantly makes your room look neat and put together. Second, create a cleaning schedule. Break tasks by day to avoid getting overwhelmed. Example, Monday, clean the bathroom. Tuesday, dust furniture. Wednesday, clean bedrooms. Thursday, clean the kitchen. Friday, mop the floors. Saturday, Sunday, wash curtains, bed sheets and declutter storage. Third, don't delay house chores. Dirty dishes, wash right after meals. Trash full, take it out immediately. Things out of place, put them back straight away. Fourth, use the one in, one out rule. Every time you bring in something new, remove one old item. It helps prevent clutter from building up. Fifth, organize items by category and label them. Use baskets, containers or boxes with labels. Example, stationery, medicine, makeup and etc. Makes items easy to find and keeps everything tidy. Sixth, fold laundry all at once. Do not let it pile up. Use TV time to fold laundry. Try the KonMari folding method to save the space.
All right, welcome back, you guys. Thank you for joining us here on Fresh Brew. I hope you grabbed your coffee, your croissant, and of course, watched a little of our house cleaning and tidiness, which probably you'll get to it later.
Right, in 2 minutes you can clean your house. I'm amazed by that. I need to have a word with my boss because I want to see my boss clean my house in about 2 minutes. But anyways, we are shifting gears right now. We're talking about something which is, I would say, whether it's annoying or whether it's not, whether it's reality or whether it's fact, right?
It's kind of reality, I think.
Are you serious? No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. Because you know how the social stigma surrounds Gen Z? How they say that Gen Z is actually, I don't know, they come from a rude community, that's one. And probably perhaps maybe even selfish.
Right. Okay, I think I would have to clarify. I wasn't saying in that sense.
There you go, Gen Z.
I was saying in a sense where, okay, because our topic is gearing up for the future.
Correct.
Right? Having them to, you know, to tell them what the reality is going to be like when they move to the next phase of their life. That's the part of reality that I was talking about.
See, she's trying to save herself.
Do not quote me on this.
But then again, we have millennials because they make up a majority of the workforce these days in 2025. But of course, what's after them, we are talking about Gen Zs, right?
Yes.
So let's revisit the years. So probably you can gauge where you come from. We've got obviously millennials, and then we've got Gen Z, and then we've got Generation Alpha, which is right after the Gen Z.
They're still growing their baby
they're still
teeth,
growing. No, and we have another brand new generation. Those who are born in 2025, they are Generation Beta.
So that's your son, huh?
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so we want to talk to two of our guests in the studio today, you know, to debunk this whole thing, whether it's a myth, you know, to just get some form of understanding, Erin. So you want to bring them in?
Yes, of course. And we have Alia Inshira, who is a psychology officer as part of the Career Advancement Centre from UKM. And we also have Eden, who is our BD manager, Business Development Manager, joining us. So she's not from UKM, of course. I don't see why UKM would need a BD manager. But thank you so much for being here on the show. Welcome to Fresh Brew.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, awesome.
So we got this pressing thing that we want to talk about today, of course, this wonderful topic.
But before who's Gen Z here?
Both of them.
Yeah, both of us.
Can you see how I'm like, what do you call the black sheep, the white sheep?
I don't know how to categorize you, Brendan. It's okay, we'll just leave that out of the show.
All right. So, so let's get going with Alia, perhaps. So, Alia, you know, how does Career Advancement Centre support students, you know, when it comes to developing their soft skills, so on and so forth? Because we know it's already out there.
Yeah.
We've got stats, you know, that we can share. Talking about Gen Zs, right? Not so nice things, but let's talk about, you know, in terms of developing soft skills, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you again for having me today. So at
Career Advancement Center UKM, or known as UKM Career, we actually believe that the career development is a part of journey. It's not something that happens in the final year. So that's why we start supporting students since the early days, the moment they start into the universities.
Right.
So our services are normally covered in part of the counselling sessions. We do networking sessions with the students, and then professional certificates and also workshops.
Right.
Okay. Is there anything you're doing differently now? Because I think you can also notice that every generation is different. And when they join university and also, you know, they graduate and they further on to the next chapter of their lives, which is going into career. So it's always different. How are your approaches to each of them or handling each of them?
Yes, because currently we are dealing with the current generations,
right,
and they are very tech savvy, they are very resourceful. So when we talk about mental health, we talk about preparation in the workplace, they always know about that. And then recently when we do programs, we always think of what Gen Z would do,
right,
if we do this program.
Right.
Will they come to us? Will they join this program? How do we do differently with the current Gen Z? So that thought always comes in our mind when we do programs.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I've got a question for Eden. There you go. Representing Gen Z, of course, together with our fellow guests in the studio.
Brandon feels so left out right now.
Very left out. Yeah, stats and research that was conducted. Not so nice thing to hear about Gen Z, especially when it comes to them not being able to take criticism coming from that particular age group. Yeah. What do you have to say? Do you agree? Do you think that the whole thing that surrounds this social stigma is entirely true?
I actually don't really agree. I think it's not that we don't like criticism, but it's more of like whether the criticism is valid.
Okay.
I think we are a lot more resourceful, right? So at the same time, I think we need a lot more facts to back up with it. Personally, I love criticism.
Okay.
I feel like it is feedback. It is a way for me to improve, but it has to be backed with facts. Like, why do you think I'm not doing something well? Then you have to say, oh, maybe you can do it better this way. It's not that good because you do it this way. Then perhaps it will be better for me to absorb it rather than just, oh, you're not good. I need a lot more reasons as to why you think I'm not good.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's more of that rather than just a blanket of, oh, we don't like criticism. I think it's more like that.
When you went into the workforce, right, probably a few years back, I mean, you're already a successful person, Gen Z, and most importantly, you're a business development manager, so kudos to you on that. Was it like a culture shock thing when you entered into the workforce? Like, oh my goodness, look at all these millennials working.
Look at all these old people.
Yeah, it's all the old people working. Yeah, and then the criticism that you take from them, what is usually I would say the normal form of criticism that you hear from them?
I think definitely, for even not just Gen Z, I think in general, generation itself, when you graduate and you go into the workforce, it's kind of like you learn swimming in the swimming pool and then suddenly you're thrown to the sea, right?
That's true.
It's so different because of environments, because of different factors. I think every generation works with different generation. We work with even boomers, we work with millennials. In the future, I would have to work with Gen Alpha. So it's really a lot of what mindset do you go into the workplace, right? I think you need to adapt to how people work. You can't just go in with that strong individuality. I don't think it works. I think you have to work as a team means you have to understand what works for every generation. But then again, I also feel like you shouldn't categorize people by generation. That itself is a little bit stereotyping already.
Yeah, true.
Does that make
Brandon,
sense?
you're stereotyping
I
us.
didn't.
Saying all Gen Zs.
I was just following tabloids and news.
Yeah.
I can save myself too.
So I would say like there's black sheep in every generation, but also let's start with not labeling people of generations first. Just take everyone as an individual and just work along the way. I think that's...
You hear that?
No, that is so true actually, because when, especially in terms of like where you're working with people of different age groups, say you're reporting to your superior, right, your manager, your supervisor, and they are of, I guess, in this case, I would have to mention it, they are of different generation, they're of different mindset. But I don't want people to be ridiculed in terms of like, oh, you're younger than me, or you don't know much. It's all based on experience. Even young people who are much younger, probably they can actually gain more experience as compared to, I guess, someone who has worked in maybe in 20 years, and they've gained it within that short period of time. So it's all about what you can do, how you present yourself. It's all about the experience that you gain. Now, I want to shift gears a little to Alia. So Alia, I guess I also want to ask in terms of like the students that come to you, especially at the Career Advancement Center, and this is people who are slowly stepping out into the world and experiencing the next part of their life. What are some of their, I would say, psychological traits do they have that they come, and what are some of the problems that they come and explain to you about? And you know, what do you observe from there?
So from the current issues, when we meet with the students, so normally we address the students who undergo the career counselings, we address them as clients.
Right.
So normally when they come into the session, they have the problem in terms of clarifying their career goals, and maybe like they don't know their career interests, their personality traits. So what common thing that we find I think it was a big problem when they want to enter the workplace is the lack of emotional intelligence, and also in terms of adaptability. Because at the end of the day, even though you are in Generation Z or millennials, you have to be adaptable whenever you work. Okay, so the EQ actually the ability to understand your own emotion and how to manage it, and how you connect with others on emotional level.
Right.
So that's why when Eden said it happens when people cannot, they overreact to feedbacks. They cannot stay calm under pressure. So that's when the EQ comes in.
Right.
Yeah. So that's a problem that we find in people, or especially the students that come into our career.
So that's the most common occurrence, I would say, with people that comes and visit you. Okay, amazing, amazing. We're, of course, going to be talking more about Gen Zs, how to prepare them for the workplace later on. But we're going to be taking a short break. So don't go anywhere, right here on Fresh Brew.
Is it difficult for you, for a Chinese guy playing the sitar?
Cultivating urban farms for a sustainable future.
Recently, we are talking about addressing the mental health crisis within the healthcare system.
And then, of course, expectations from the public.
How these people are so into farming. Even
cities grow and populations rise. There's the question of how we access food.
All right, welcome back to Fresh Brew, and today we are talking about gearing up for the future. And we brought two guests in the studio, successful Gen Zs. Of course, we've got Alia, she's a psychology officer, and also Eden, who is a business development manager. And let's come back to you, Eden.
Yeah.
When it comes to receiving feedbacks, probably perhaps criticism as well. You know, they don't do well. I actually don't do well. And I have to
don't put yourself down
I have
like
to stay
that.
true to myself at the end of the day. If I'm triggered by a particular opinion and all that, I mean, we all do, right? That's what keeps me up on my toes. But how do you handle criticism?
I think no one really likes having, criticism right to your face. But for me, I always tell myself it's much more rare to have criticism than praise.
Okay,
because
yes, you're right.
a lot of people like to give small talk, courtesy talk, they would praise you just to get in your good books, but not a lot of people want to be a bad person and just tell you, hey, actually, this is not good, right? So for me, even it might sound harsh, I try to find the gold in the sand. So I try to filter all the harsh parts of it, and then I filter it into something that I can work with. Yeah, then I just work on it, I reflect and see, okay, is that really valid? Is it true? If it is, then I'll work on it, you know. I think before reacting to criticism, it's also important to keep your ego in check. You know, it's always important to ask yourself, like, is it valid or is it just my ego talking? Do I feel a certain way because my ego is in the way? If that's the thing, then I have to put my ego down, because in the long run, you know, ego is the one that's stopping you from improving and being better. So that's how I tend to take it.
I've got two questions I want to ask the two of you based on whatever Eden just mentioned. How did you develop that? And back to you, Alia, as soon as Eden is done with her answer, do you actually... How do we actually get that in ourselves to begin with? We'll start with you first, Eden.
I think it is upbringing, definitely how my parents raised me. I think kudos to my mom for always giving criticism. Definitely, that's one thing. Asian parents. Yeah, it's Asian. Yeah, but I think that made us hardier, and we learned how to understand that criticism is not always a bad thing. It's sometimes really just out of heart, out of good heart, wanting you to be better.
Right.
I think it's that, and also personal values as well. I think, you know, growing up, criticism served me well than praise, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Alia, how important it is for us to develop that sense of acceptance, and is that the thing that is currently missing in, I don't know, the Gen Zers or, yeah?
Yeah, okay. When you talk about acceptance, it's something very important when we talk about mental health as well. Especially when we talk like constructivism, criticism like we receive from people. So acceptance is something that we have to really accept the criticism as our weakness, or is it an opportunity to grow?
Right.
So that's why we have to define the criticism for what is it good for me, is it bad for me? So like Eden said, it's something that upbringing, how you interact with the environment, how is your social networking, and then how do people around you actually treat you.
Right.
So it's back to the traumatic experience, maybe it's back to the history, it's back to the family culture, and maybe the work culture itself. So because like some office, they can give you feedbacks like straightforward, but some don't accept you as it is. So it depends on the environment and also how you define the criticism itself.
Interesting. Because actually, I think in terms of speaking in general perspective, right? When we talk about criticism, it's not just, oh, Gen Zs have to get the criticism. Like sometimes it's all about feedback.
Yeah.
It can also be, say, a fellow employee giving a bit of feedback about their supervisor.
Right.
But it has to be in terms of individual perspective, right? We have to see it like, can just a person take criticism?
Okay.
Like, I think that is the thing we're looking at. Because when it comes to workplace, I think a lot of people also encounter that you look at overall performance. Like you have yearly reviews and all that, right? You tend to, okay, I think I can work well with my supervisor, or I don't work well with him for this X amount of reasons. So it always comes down to that. I believe, Eden, in your workplace, you have that as well, like a performance review that you have quarterly, monthly, yearly, you know. So how do you handle those situations in your workplace? So say you don't have, you can't work well for your supervisor. just an example, you can't work well with your superior, right? And perhaps someone or in your position, you feel like I need to quit my job. Because I think the drastic decision that people make these days is that they don't evaluate properly and they just, okay, I just want to resign and I'm just going to quit my job. And then, I don't know, maybe go on to something else. So how do you sit or what do you tell people at home to, okay, you have to evaluate in that sense? What advice would you give them?
I think first things first, unfortunately, we can't really pick our managers. You know, when you go into a workplace, you know, you might meet the hiring manager, but then company changes, you know, the manager might change. So learning how to adapt to your boss is also a skill. I think it's a very crucial skill to have, because if you want to climb the corporate ladder, like it or not, you might change workforce, workplaces. That's one thing, but also evaluate the value that the job is bringing you, right? I think learning exposure, career progression. For me, I evaluate it as whether I'm stagnant in this role, whether I've maximized my learning experiences in this role. If, let's say, there's still a lot of room, I will still, push through and still stay in the role and still learn. And then until I'm stagnant, then only I think about job hopping. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
So it's not just about like the relationship that you have.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's more of like the work itself.
Yeah.
Whether you have growth in it.
Yes, I think it's multifaceted. It's not just one thing. I don't think you should quit just because of one thing. You kind of put it on a liver, like a what's that called? The balance thing, lah. Yeah, you need to balance it out. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, Alia, back at your place, what programs are there to facilitate this and to ensure that, the Gen Zs, they are ready for the society and get into the workforce?
Okay, so what we do is we expose them to the real world experience, such as do mock interviews, we do role plays. So we invite a lot of our industry partners to really give them heads up what is happening, what expectation they should expect when they go into workplace. And we also help them, of course, to regulate their emotions, because we cannot help but to have the stereotype on Gen Zs, especially when Gen Zs are rebels, they don't listen to advice, they don't take criticism properly. So that's why we help them in terms of that. So we help them how to gain confidence, and also we help them how to adapt to the workplace, such as like how to regulate your emotions better, how to talk to your superior. So something like very basic, like we call it common sense. So that's what we take in our center.
All right. Okay. So unfortunately, we have ran out of time. But of course, I'm not going to let the both of you go just like that. In about probably 5 seconds or so, if you have that piece of advice to share with the society, especially to all the Gen Zs who are watching at home, what would it be? Can we start with Alia?
Okay, so I hope all of teenagers, especially when you are at young age, please seek information. Get as much as information that you have so that you can plan your future.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
And Eden?
Echoing Alia, I think on top of that, having a curious mindset whenever you go into a workplace, not having restrictive mindset. Like, don't tell yourself, oh, I'm not good at this, that's why I'm not going to improve in that. I think always have an open mind, be curious to everything that you do.
Okay, there you have it.
Amazing. And that we have Eden, who is a business development manager, and Alia from UKM, a psychology officer, joining us from the Career Advancement Center. So thank you so much for joining us here on Fresh Brew. And of course,
we have a baby boomer.
Yes. Am I the baby boomer, or baby boomer is coming up next on screen?
Baby boomer is coming up next on the screen. Now we've got this guy who is actually checking out aristocratic wood maker.
Odd things, Nabil.
Yeah. I mean, he's odd, so.
He's odd, so.
Nabil, take it away.
Upon a single visit to their Instagram page, it looks like they're churning out paintings. But upon another closer look, they look like wooden sculptures. So I'm not sure exactly what do they do here at Seni Tukang. That's why I've gone all the way from KL to Selayang to check out their little workshop. So let's see here on WhatsApp on Fresh Brew what Seni Tukang is up to.
So
I spent a few minutes here in Seni Tukang and I've taken a look around and I'm not sure. They look like paintings, they look like sculptures. What are they exactly? Can you tell us about what you guys do here?
So actually, Nabil, this is not a sculpture. It's not even a drawing or painting. This is all the art that we call a laser craft art, which is it is made of wood. When we're talking about laser craft art, there's two different attributes, which is the first one is laser cutting and the other one is wood engraving.
Okay.
So the difference is when we're talking about laser cutting, it involves the power of high power laser beam that cut through the material, whether it was a wood or it's an acrylic. So normally this process takes some time, but not too much time like engraving. This is mostly used to cut detail shape. Meanwhile, a wood engraving, the process is quite similar, but the power laser high beam is only burning the surface of the material, the wood, to create portrait image, and this process is taking some time.
All right. So it's mainly for decorative purposes. Can you maybe tell us what would be your best seller so far?
Okay, we're talking about product. We are more focusing on engraving instead of laser cutting product. This is make us as Seni Tukang different from another industry player because focusing on engraving will provide more details and aesthetic look and classy look. So what are the best product that we are selling? We have 3 different categories, which is the first one is phone case, and the other one subcategories is wedding and gift, and the last one is corporate merchandise. So in corporate merchandise, people tend to look for wooden frame layer art, which is we are known as the best. And another is a wooden customized box, which is on top of the list also. And wedding and accessories, people find that our Quran made of wood is special. For them, it's very unique.
Okay, we don't have it with us here right now, but what would be the most intricate or the most complicated piece that you guys have produced so far?
The most difficult or taking some time to produce is the AO size of plan site for Kota Madani. It takes up like 7 to 8 hours for us to do it, and we're going to show you guys later the
model of a building.
Yeah, it's a model for building for Kota Madani. Yeah.
So if they want to find out more about Seni Tukang, what do they do?
To our future customer and business entity who are interested in our product, you can find us on Instagram at Seni Tukang.
It's really amazing to see the process behind all of these intricate works of arts. It's beautiful when you look at what creativity coupled with precise and advanced machines can do. And why don't you take a look at that? So thank you, Seni Tukang, for having us the space and opportunity to have a look around in your workshop. And if you guys want to find out more about Seni Tukang, just go and look them up on the internet. I'm certainly have my eyes on a set of wooden buttons for baju Melayu. Amazing. So thank you, Saluran Tukang, and this has been Fresh Brew. What's up? My name is Nabil Zakaria. Bye-bye.
Is it difficult for a Chinese guy playing the sitar?
cultivating urban farms for a sustainable future.
Recently, we are talking about addressing the mental health crisis within the healthcare system.
And then, of course, expectations from the public.
How these people are so into farming. Even
Cities grow and populations rise. There's the question of how we access food.
Here we have Late Night Frequency joining us in a morning show. Good morning. Good morning to you too.
I only see one wolf, but I don't know why.
I don't know why everyone else is making the noise. But
It's everywhere, man. There's a wolf in every man, you know.
I need that t-shirt.
Late Night Frequency joining us, and we're going to get each and every one of them to introduce themselves. And of course, Malaysia wants to get to know you. So, shall we get the introduction rolling out?
Let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead with you,
I'm
bro.
Raja. I play percussion.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Fai, and I play the guitar.
I wonder what's your name?
We just call him Mr. Wolf.
Please translate.
Is it?
I'm Mr. Wolf.
Why is Mr. Wolf's voice so high pitched?
I don't know lah.
That's one of the mysteries in the world.
Okay.
I'm Moja. I'm the singer of Late Night Frequency.
I'm Kumiro. I'm the bassist of Late Night Frequency.
All right. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys didn't sleep late, considering your Late Night Frequency joining us on a wonderful morning show.
We didn't sleep.
You didn't sleep.
No wonder the shades lah. All right. Okay. So you just performed for us, and we are so happy that you actually did. And we're going to go into the information of like how the band came about, the dreams, the aspiration. Perhaps you want to share with us, and of course our audience at home. But then again, let's come back to your music. Okay, put that aside. The formation of the band.
Yeah.
Back then, right? So how did it actually came about? I mean, they are talking about indie disco, which is something that you don't really see these days. It's 2025. It's all about K-pop.
There's nothing wrong with K-pop.
I'm not saying that there's something wrong.
You said it, not us.
Okay, let's talk about the formation of the band. Let's go.
So, actually, previously, each one of us, we all have our own bands.
Right.
So we were very active in the independent music scene. But until about 2021, in one magical night,
Wow.
all of us had this exact same dream.
Right.
Sound effect.
Oh, it sounds dramatic.
I felt something was walking next to me, next to my ear.
A spirit, perhaps?
Wow.
He whispered.
What does it mean, Moja?
He said, Moja, it's about time. It's time for you to shine. Go get Miro, Fai, Raja, Ringo, Adi, go get your best friends, all your music friends, and form a band. You're going to be a star. But I added that one. But don't break it. You will become a star. But you have to have me playing the saxophone. And the rest was history.
The rest was history.
We were about to leave this area just to give you guys to tell your whole story. I think you can take over the whole show.
The dream ended, and obviously right now into reality, and here they are, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Not only that they share the same dream, but they are on the same frequency as well.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the most important part. So, talk to us about your song. Who wrote the song?
Most of the songs, I wrote it from the heart.
It comes to him in a dream.
What? What's he going to say? Where he from, and then he had to end it with
his next move.
Okay. So the song is Kau Aku Suka, is it?
Yeah, the song that we performed just now, it's called Semeka Bunga.
In parentheses.
Kau Aku Suka.
Kau Aku Suka.
Yeah, it's actually our second single from our second album.
Right.
Yeah, we released our first album back in 2022. The album is called Discography. It had 12 songs in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so most of the songs I was inspired from the stories that I experienced, I went through when I was working back in Hospital Sedang.
Okay.
I was working as a doctor at that time.
Wow.
But yeah, I was stuck in a loop when I kept working and working. Music kind of helped me get back on my feet. It became sort of our escapism. Yeah. So we end up giving birth to Discography, and the first single was called Fun Last Love.
Right.
That song mainly was about escapism.
Right.
We're trying to portray, like, I found a lot of sadness in this world, especially I was working in the psychiatry department.
Okay.
Meeting side people
that could be the depression. I'm not to kid about it, but okay, sounds very serious in terms of your lifestyle previously.
Yeah, but even the patients themselves, they cheered me up. They gave me hope from their sad stories.
Wow.
So that's how I felt like we kind of need to get that energy out, and the best thing that we can do is through music. So our first album, the main theme was Dance Your Sadness Away.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to portray through our energy and vibe. So Semeka Bunga Kau Aku Suka, back to your question, it's all about happiness. It's not a love song per se, it's really a happy song.
I wanted to ask, like, siapa yang dekat psychiatry department you suka tu? I was just about to ask that question.
Right. And I think we all thank you for what you do. Of course, Malaysia thanks you for what you do as well. But the question is, coming from you guys, and probably perhaps each and every one of you can give your own take, why is it important to, not to say initiate, but find out your own escapism, you know, just to keep everything balanced in check? Yeah.
I'm sure Raja's gonna pass it to Fai. So Fai, go ahead.
For sure, 100%.
What he says, like.
Okay. You have to to me first, and then I'll translate for you.
No need. Because I'm also human.
All right, I think the biggest issue nowadays is that we are living our lives too fast. We are living in such a very, very fast-paced, society. So it's important for us to just take a breather sometimes. It's for us to just reflect on what we did, our achievements of the past, our hopes for our future. Just be in the moment. Not to run like rush over anything. Just be in the moment, be in the present, enjoy your breathing and all that. And in the meantime, you can listen to Late Night Frequency.
Promo.
Wonderful. I love how you put it in that sense. I think he's the one who gives the pep talk to the whole band, And also the marketer, Amazing. But then I would like to see how you guys got into electronic dance music, hello, who does that?
Indie
we were just
disco.
talking about K-pop, indie disco music, right? Like, not a lot of people actually put themselves out there to produce this kind of music these days. So, tell us really quickly why this genre.
Okay, last time during my study time, I really like to play FIFA. The football game.
Football game.
On my PS4.
You still do, right? I know.
Yeah, of course. We need it, man. Don't judge. But
We listen, we don't judge.
the sound. If you notice, the soundtrack throughout the whole game, during the main menu, when you were playing with your friends, especially between 1999 until 2011, I really loved the whole soundtrack.
You had the whole collection?
Yeah, you can find it online, man.
Okay.
So it was the main. It has their own vibe, and I feel like that vibe is missing in the Malaysian music scene.
Right. So that's how they came up with the whole score.
Yeah, the main influence was MGMT, Tame Impala, Daft Punk.
Right.
The Weeknd, maybe.
Yeah, The Weeknd.
Okay.
Our main goal was to form this band to have a song in FIFA.
All the best, and I'm sure that you guys will see that coming through.
Absolutely. FP27, see us over there.
Oh, they're starting here, right here in Fresh Brew. Thank you so much, guys, for coming all the way. We have Late Night Frequency joining us in the house, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show with us today as well.
That's right. So we've got more of this freshness of the episode that's coming on here on Fresh Brew, and of course we want you to be part of it as well. You can follow us on Facebook, Fresh Brew, and you can also follow us on Instagram, which is freshbrew_RTM. Till then, we're about to make a move. We're about to go and have some fun with Mr. Move over here.
Can I visit his house? I don't know where it is.
He was waiting for his moment,
See you guys soon. This is a Fresh Brew. See you all. I'm Erin Chiu.
And I'm Brandon Paul.
And we have a Late Night Frequency.
Catch you next time. Take care.
An eternity since I had you here with me, since I had to learn to be someone you don't know, to be with you in paradise. What I wouldn't sacrifice, why'd you have to chase the light somewhere I can't go, as I walk this world alone. Of what could have been, another dream of the way that it never was. Falling back in the wilderness, waking up, rubbing salt in the cut. Oh, how long has it been? I don't know, but it feels like an eternity since I had you here with me, since I had to learn to be someone you don't know. Why'd you have to chase
Malik! Cantik! Sihat tak? Aku pula kau lah, sihat ke tak? Ha?
Kenapa kedua-dua orang tidak menjawab pertanyaan masing-masing? Ketahui status kesihatan diri. Lakukan saringan kesihatan sebelum anda menjawab saya sihat.
Langkah berani, hati berapi, impian kita kejar, jiwa merdeka terus membakar. Setiap saat jadi sejarah, dalam gelora kita gagah, bersama ke depan tak berpatah, gerak gempur kita tanpa Malaysia Madani. Cinta negara jadi senjata, terus marah langit terbuka. Api perjuangan terus menyala, langit gemuruh dengan suara, jiwa bebas terus melangkah, kartunya kibarkan maruah. Setiap saat jadi sejarah, dalam gelora kita gagah, bersama ke depan tak berpatah, gerak gempur kita tanpa Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni, gerakan obor negara, rakyat bersatu kejar dunia. Cinta negara jadi senjata, terus marah langit terbuka. Kita jaga tanah merdeka, kita bina bangsa, semangat terus menyala, madani selamanya.
Terlepas dari siaran program-program menarik di RTM, jom saksikan semuanya di RTM Klik.
kereta rempuh kenderaan mangsa di persimpangan lampu isyarat. Assalamualaikum, salam Malaysia Madani. Seorang penuntut Universiti Sultan Zainal Abidin Yuniza maut selepas kereta dipandunya dirempuh kenderaan lain di persimpangan lampu isyarat berhampiran JPJ Kuala Terengganu. Bangsa Syakirah Hanan Mazli, 25 tahun, disahkan meninggal dunia di lokasi kejadian. Ketua Polis Sejarah Kuala Terengganu, ACP Azli Muhammad Noor berkata siasatan awal mendapati kejadian berlaku apabila mangsa yang dari arah Yuniza menghala ke Bukit Kecil telah berhenti di lampu isyarat berdekatan JPJ sebelum dirempuh kereta yang datang dari arah bertentangan. Mayat mangsa dibawa ke unit forensik Hospital Sultanah Nur Zairah Kuala Terengganu. Sementara itu, Komander Operasi Balai Bomba dan Penyelamat Kuala Terengganu Muhammad Salih Abdullah berkata operasi berdepan kesukaran berikutan terdapat tumpahan petrol dan aliran elektrik di lokasi kemalangan. Dalam pada itu, ibu bapa mangsa akui pemergian Syakirah amat mengejutkan. Lebih memilukan apabila mereka sempat melihat jenazah anak mereka yang dipayungi di atas jalan raya ketika melalui kawasan lokasi kemalangan, namun tidak menyangka itu adalah jasad anak mereka. Bapa mangsa Mazri Yusof yang ketika itu dalam perjalanan dari Kuala Terengganu ke Kuala Berang hanya mengetahui perkara itu selepas dihubungi anggota polis yang menyiasat kejadian berkenaan.
Saya terima takdir. Tak kira apa nama tu, sebab yang berlaku ni sudah suratan takdir lah. Allah telah menetapkan perjalanan macam tu. Itu dari segi hukum. Dari segi undang-undang dunia, kita kena ikut jugalah. Sebab undang-undang dunia ni kesesuaian manusia dan sebagainya itu cerita lain lah. Tapi dari segi hukum, memang terima je lah. Sebab itu memang sampai masa kita akan pergi, itu je.
Mangsa dilaporkan tersepit di dalam kenderaan sebelum disahkan meninggal dunia di lokasi kejadian. Seorang wanita warga Emas maut selepas dilanggar sebuah kenderaan utiliti sukan SUV yang dipandu lelaki warga asing disyaki berada bawah pengaruh alkohol. Kejadian berlaku ketika mangsa sedang melintas di Jalan Lembah Permai Tanjung Tokong. Ketua Polis Daerah Timur Leste ACP Abdul Razak Muhammad berkata mangsa berusia 67 tahun tercampak ke atas jalan dan disahkan meninggal dunia di lokasi kejadian. Berdasarkan siasatan, kemalangan dipercayai berlaku ketika SUV dipandu lelaki berusia 51 tahun sedang bergerak dari arah Jalan Mount Erskine menghala ke Jalan Tanjung Bunga. Hasil ujian saringan yang dijalankan, pemandu SUV itu disyaki memandu bawah pengaruh alkohol melebihi had dibenarkan. Polis telah menahan lelaki terbabit dan perintah reman akan dimohon bagi membolehkan siasatan lanjut dijalankan. Polis menahan 2 lelaki dan seorang wanita tempatan kerana memiliki senjata api dan peluru tanpa lesen di Jasin. Suspek ditahan berusia antara 22 hingga 54 tahun. Ketua Polis Daerah Jasin, Superintendent Lee Robert berkata kesemua suspek ditahan selepas pasukan anggota menyerbu sebuah rumah. Dalam serbuan itu, polis merampas napang patah, tali pinggang peluru, 40 butir kelongsong peluru pelbagai warna dan 1 sarung senjata api. Semakan lanjut mendapati kedua-dua lelaki tersebut mempunyai 3 dan 7 rekod jenayah dan dadah. Ketiga-tiga suspek kini disiasat mengikut Seksyen 8(A) Akta Senjata 1960 dan direman selama 3 hari bermula hari ini bagi membantu siasatan. Seorang bekas pegawai daerah di Kedah direman Suruhanjaya Pencegahan Rasuah Malaysia SPRM Negeri. Ia susulan keterangan yang diberikan suspek bercanggah dalam kes perbicaraan yang melibatkan seorang ketua bahagian kejuruteraan pihak berkuasa tempatan. Suspek disyaki memberikan keterangan yang tidak selaras semasa perbicaraan berhubung tuduhan terhadap ketua bahagian kejuruteraan berkenaan pada Disember 2021. Tuduhan itu melibatkan pelantikan syarikat milik saudara terdekat suspek untuk menjalankan kerja-kerja penyelenggaraan jalan. Perintah reman selama 2 hari terhadap suspek sehingga esok dikeluarkan Magistrate Eliana Ismail selepas SPRM membuat permohonan di Mahkamah Magistrate Alusda pagi tadi. 19 Januari depan ditetapkan sebagai tarikh hukuman terhadap seorang jurutera atas 2 kesalahan penggunaan wang palsu dan cubaan mencuri di Terengganu. Hakim Nazliza Muhammad Nazri membuat keputusan itu selepas pertuduhan dibacakan terhadap Ahmad Faisal Muhammad Syahrani, 34 tahun. Tertuduh pada 18 Disember lalu didakwa melakukan percubaan menggunakan mata wang palsu di kedai emas Lelong Maya, Jalan Hiliran, Cabang 3. Pertuduhan dikendalikan Timbalan Pendakwa Raya Nur Aisyah Muhammad manakala tertuduh diwakili Peguam Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan Najmi Adila Nasir. Sementara itu, di Mahkamah Berasingan, tertuduh turut berdepan tuduhan cubaan mencuri seutas rantai di kedai emas dekat Paka Dungun. Magistrate Ifah Nabiah Muhammad Ishak menetapkan ikat jamin RM5,000. Kes bunuh dan rogol disifatkan antara jenayah paling serius yang memberi kesan mendalam kepada masyarakat. Menurut Ketua Polis Kelantan, Datuk Muhammad Yusof Mahmad, pengaruh dadah dikenal pasti sebagai faktor penyumbang utama kepada peningkatan kes berkenaan. Laporan Nur Alia Ramli.
Datuk Muhammad Yusof menyatakan jumlah kes rogol dan bunuh di negeri ini menunjukkan trend peningkatan walaupun keseluruhan jenayah indeks mencatatkan penurunan daripada 2,126 kes pada 2024 kepada 1,702 kes tahun lalu. Pada 2025, kes bunuh bertambah kepada 2 kes manakala rogol meningkat 3 kes.
Kes bunuh, rogol ni benda perkara yang kita tak boleh jangka. Bila, di mana dan sebagainya berlaku. Sebab ini bergantung pada faktor individu tertentu dan kalau kita tengok melihat dari sudut kes bunuh di Kelantan ni, peningkatan sebanyak 4 kes berbanding tahun sebelum ni, di mana kita tengok di sini melibatkan ahli keluarga dan punca utama hasil siasatan kita berpengaruh oleh dadah. Anak bunuh bapa, sepupu dengan sepupu, dia bukan melibatkan orang yang tidak dikenali.
Sehubungan itu, beliau menegaskan pencegahan bermula dari kesedaran diri dan persekitaran. Semua pihak hendaklah bersatu hati dan memainkan peranan masing-masing demi membantras kesalahan jenayah sedemikian.
Untuk menyeimbangkan benda ni, perlunya kesedaran tadi tu daripada masyarakat itu sendiri, kan? Maknanya kekerasan ni yang saya cakap awal tadi, kita tak boleh cegah, tak boleh cegah. Sebab kita tak tahu bila orang nak bunuh orang. Hanya keluarga dia yang tahu, kan? Bila nak berlaku rogol, polis tak tahu. Bila nak berlakunya rogol, hanya masyarakat, keluarga dia, stakeholder tu sendiri yang tahu. Dia boleh tengok sendiri anak dia macam mana, tingkah laku anak dia harian dia macam mana, pergaulan anak dia macam mana. Maknanya polis ni hanya boleh bagi kesedaran lah.
Maklumat awal daripada orang awam walaupun kecil boleh membantu pihak polis untuk bertindak lebih pantas dan mengelakkan tragedi.
Pihak keselamatan telah melakukan benda yang cukup baguslah, tapi dia bergantung kepada kita sendirilah sebenarnya, sebab ikut keselamatan ni kita boleh cegah dan juga kita boleh hindarlah kalau kita boleh hindar untuk keselamatan ni.
Kalau saya tengok di Kota Baru, kalau di kawasan perumahan saya lah, area Kubang Kerjaan semua, saya nampak alhamdulillah lah dari segi jenayah kadar dia kurang lah. Saya tak nampak sangat kalau kawasan rumah saya lah. Jadi kalau tengok mungkin disebabkan ada juga hendaan yang berkala oleh pihak berkuasa, PJRM mungkin contohnya.
Kes jenayah bunuh dan rogol mungkin tidak dapat dicegah sepenuhnya, namun risiko boleh dikurangkan melalui kesedaran, keprihatinan serta tindakan awal. Kerjasama masyarakat menjadi benteng pertama dalam usaha mencegah tragedi sebelum ia berlaku. Nur Alia Ramli, Berita RTM.
Susulan dakwaan terdapat aktiviti tidak bermoral berlaku dalam kem tentera. Angkatan Tentera Malaysia ATM diarah menjalankan siasatan dalaman segera bagi menentukan kesahihan dakwaan itu. Kementerian Pertahanan menegaskan dakwaan berkenaan dipandang serius kerana ianya tidak mencerminkan budaya, nilai dan amalan sebenar ATM. Sekiranya didapati dakwaan itu benar, tindakan tegas akan diambil tanpa kompromi terhadap mana-mana pihak terlibat. Orang ramai dinasihat tidak membuat sebarang spekulasi yang menjejaskan reputasi Kementerian Pertahanan dan ATM. Perkembangan banjir di 3 negeri. Setakat 11 malam tadi, 1,210 penduduk terjejas banjir ditempatkan di 11 buah pusat pemindahan sementara. Di Sabah dan Sarawak, jumlah penduduk terjejas terus meningkat manakala Johor semakin pulih. Berikut pecahannya berdasarkan info bencana JKM.
Aneh, teh tarik kurang manis, coba berita satu. Ha? Berita?
Kimi, you tengok ni. Min hari ni share ada pasal berita kanak-kanak 10 tahun minta gambar lucu dekat cikgu.
Ish, biar betul bang.
Itulah, tengok. Sekarang ni macam-macam lah. Budak-budak sekarang ni kena ada kawan lah. Sebab tu Australia sekat budak bawah 16 tahun tak boleh pakai social media.
In 1 week, Australia will become the first country in the world to ban under 16s from having social media accounts. With one law, we can protect Generation Alpha from being sucked into purgatory.
Kiranya baguslah macam tu.
Ya, bukan je Australia tau. Tengok, dekat Min juga cakap, New Zealand, Perancis dengan Spanyol pun tengah teliti isu ni. Dia orang pun dah sekat lah.
Kiranya bang, kalau betul-betul kena sekat, bosan dah budak-budak tu nanti.
Tapi bukan juga, because parents kena fikirlah sesuatu.
In a world full of screens, our children are missing out on something important, their childhood. Let's change that with something simple. Football. Let's get them moving. Let's get them smiling. Let's get them having fun and being healthy. Less screen time, more play time. Let's get them out on the field.
So apa kata? Kita pergi main bola.
Okey, dah kita letak phone sekarang ni. Selamatkan kanak-kanak dan keluarga kita. Okey abang?
Yes, Ronaldo,
Messi. Jom main bola.
Perdana Menteri memberi jaminan kebajikan rakyat kekal sebagai teras pentadbiran madani. Bantuan bersasar, sokongan kos sara hidup, peningkatan gaji penjawat awam serta inisiatif pendidikan dan kesihatan dilaksanakan bagi memastikan hasil pertumbuhan ekonomi kembali kepada rakyat. Dalam hantaran di Facebook, Dato' Seri Anwar Ibrahim menegaskan kesemua langkah tersebut saling melengkapi untuk merancangkan pertumbuhan ekonomi lebih mampan, memperkukuh keyakinan pelabur dan memastikan kemakmuran negara dapat dinikmati secara lebih adil oleh seluruh rakyat. Beliau berharap usaha reformasi dan inisiatif untuk rakyat itu mengukuhkan usaha kerajaan untuk menjamin masa depan Malaysia yang lebih adil dan bermaruah untuk semua. Ini pula arahan Perdana Menteri kepada semua kementerian. Kenal pasti projek-projek kecil antara lain merangkumi pembinaan serta penyelenggaraan jalan desa, kuartus dan klinik daif. Pastikan dilaksana segera seawal bulan depan.
Sekali lagi saya tekankan, sekolah daif dibenarkan tanda terbuka prakelayakan. Yang lain itu jalan ikut jadual. Saya tak bimbang sangat dengan projek tempatan banjir yang berjalan ikut jadual. Perumahan awam, ECRL, Pen Borneo sekarang dah take off. Tapi saya tekankan ini projek-projek kecil yang harus diselenggarakan cepat.
2.4 bilion ringgit diperuntukkan bagi pelaksanaan projek kecil melibatkan kontraktor G1 hingga G4 yang kebanyakannya terdiri daripada kontraktor Bumi Putra. Perdana Menteri dalam amanat tahun baru 2026 menyampaikan hala tuju dan inisiatif yang akan menggerakkan pentadbiran kerajaan madani sepanjang tahun ini. Berikut intipati amanat berkenaan. Dalam pada itu, ucapan amanat tahun baru 2026, Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim pada Majlis Perhimpunan Bulanan Jabatan Perdana Menteri disifatkan selari dengan kerangka ekonomi madani, khususnya dalam memperkukuh reformasi institusi, tadbir urus dan daya saing ekonomi negara. Menteri Kewangan II Datuk Seri Amir Hamzah Azizan berkata, hala tuju strategik yang digariskan Perdana Menteri mencerminkan komitmen kerajaan untuk mempertingkat kecekapan pentadbiran awam melalui pengukuhan perundangan serta adaptasi teknologi termasuk AI dan pendigitalan. Langkah tersebut mampu meringkaskan proses penyampaian perkhidmatan awam, malah mengurangkan karenah birokrasi sekaligus meningkatkan kecekapan sistem kerajaan. Dalam pada itu, pengumuman 10 inisiatif utama bernilai hampir 80 bilion ringgit bagi memperkasa perusahaan mikro, kecil dan sederhana PMKS beri kelegaan segera kepada aliran tunai dan kelangsungan operasi perniagaan. Menteri Pembangunan Usahawan dan Koperasi Stephen Sim dalam satu kenyataan memaklumkan pengumuman oleh Perdana Menteri itu merangkumi pembiayaan tambahan 2.5 bilion ringgit untuk PMKS bawah belanjawan 2026 termasuk sokongan kepada perusahaan yang belum pernah menerima pembiayaan. Sementara itu, Kementerian Sumber Manusia kesuma menyambut baik amanat tahun baru 2026 yang disampaikan oleh Perdana Menteri. Menteri Sumber Manusia Datuk Seri R. Ramanan berkata, amanat tersebut jelas mencerminkan keutamaan kerajaan madani dalam memperkukuh kebajikan rakyat dan menyesuaikan dasar negara dengan realiti ekonomi semasa. Menteri Komunikasi Datuk Fahmi Fadil menyifatkan pengumuman Perdana Menteri itu sebagai syarat jelas kerajaan mendengar serta mengambil kira pandangan pelbagai pihak. Pengumuman membitkan 4 rang undang-undang utama melibatkan reformasi institusi pula mencerminkan komitmen serius kerajaan madani.
Jadi kita jangkakan menjelang Tahun Baru Cina, ada beberapa daripada 4 undang-undang ini kita percaya akan dapat dibawa untuk diluluskan di Parlimen. Jadi ini membuktikan bahawa kerajaan madani berusaha bersungguh-sungguh untuk bukan hanya melegakan bagi sektor perniagaan, membantu lebih ramai golongan yang memerlukan, tapi ingin membina satu legasi terutama dari segi institusi ataupun reformasi institusi yang kita harap dapat berkekalan.